sure to cook.
Welcome back to another episode of Be Sure to Cook. Today, we're going to be making an Indian dish called chicken curry, homemade style. So stay tuned and let's do this. Okay, I've got some chicken thighs. You can use chicken breasts, you can use chicken anything, but chicken thighs, the only reason why I'm using these chicken thighs is because it gives so much moistness to the meat. There is a little fat that is on the chicken. I always leave a little bit on so I can still keep that moistness of the chicken when I'm cooking. So I got some on, but not as much. Okay, we're gonna be making the base of marinate my chicken. And I've got 4 garlic cloves here. And I'm just gonna mince these garlic cloves instead of cutting them. Okay, so now I got a little spatula that I'm trying to get all that garlic into that bowl. Okay, I've got all my seasons out that we need to put into our mix for our chicken to marinate it. This is Garam Masala, chili powder, turmeric, curry, and black pepper. So we need a teaspoon of each because we're going to be using 1 whole cup of yogurt. Okay, this is whole milk yogurt. You can use a fat-free yogurt or a light yogurt. And I'm taking a half cup and I put almost about 3 of the half cups in there because that's what I'm going to need. I'm only using 4 chicken thighs. So you're going to understand why I did use just 3 half cups. So it's a cup and a half of yogurt is what I got because I do want to marinate this chicken really good. Okay, so I'm going to take that garlic. Remember all that garlic? I'm going to throw that garlic in that yogurt. I'm going to need all of this. I'm going to scrape it off because I am greedy when it comes to garlic. I love garlic. Guys, garlic is the most goodest thing that you can use because it helps everything. All of it. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be doing a tablespoon of cumin. And I want to mix that up a little. Okay, I first put in garam masala, but it's all going in. It doesn't have to be, all different at the same time. You can mix it up. And now I'm doing cumin or garam masala because I've already put that in there. So I got all that. And then I've got my chili powder. Now, all of this is a tablespoon because I want it to marinate it and get in there. And you can use any chili powder you like. It doesn't have to be a different kind in all of this. Make sure this is ground because you really want it to get in here and do well. And then my favorite, but least, but curry. Curry is the same thing. Maybe it's a whole tablespoon, but if you want to go back on that curry a little bit, you don't have to. You can use a teaspoon of that if you don't like curry a lot. A lot of people think curry is very powerful. So if you don't want to use the tablespoon of curry because it might overwhelm it a little bit, just go ahead and cut back and use like a half tablespoon. And I am using some cracked black pepper. And you can put that in there how much you want the pepper. Some people like a lot of pepper, some people don't. Okay, guys, 2 last ingredients to put in here. This is a little bit of onion powder. Do the same with the onion powder. And I added a little salt to it. You can use about a half teaspoon of salt if you want. Or you can just eyeball your salt. Okay, I have rinsed my thighs off. And I have put those here in a bowl. And I'm going to discard all the stuff here. I'm going to rinse my hands again. Okay, this mixture that I have made. I'm going to make sure I mix this up very thoroughly and good. And this is the mixture that we're going to be pouring all over the chicken. I've got tons of these spatulas. I love them. They might be all the same color, but I got tons of them. Okay, so I've got my chicken. This is my marinade. And only reason why I'm getting a spatula and getting it out of here is, let me tell you why, because it's got that garlic in there. Oh, and I need all that garlic to be in here and the marinade in here. Now, either you could take your spatula, and I think that might be a lot of sauce here. That's good because I wanted to really get in there and marinate. Actually, you really don't need that much. This sauce could be good for maybe 5 or 6, chicken thighs. But you want it to really soak in here because I'm going to be using all of this chicken, all this sauce to cook in, because this is a marinade, but this sauce is also going to be cooked with. So we're going to need all that. Okay, this is the sauce. It sits in here and it marinates for 24 hours in here. Okay, and we're going to make sure all this is nice and tight and wrapped up. Okay, I have an onion here. It's a white onion. We're going to be cutting this onion for our dish in nice size because I want some decent sized onions. Okay, I've diced up that onion here, and so in this dish, they say you use 6 onions. I'm not going to use that many onions, and then you welt them down and cook them good. We're not going to do that. What I am going to do, I'm going to use a big onion, not a really huge onion, but maybe a medium-sized onion. I'm going to use all of it. The other medium-sized onion, I'm only going to use half of it because I've only got 4 thighs. Okay, I'm going to put some olive oil into the pan. Okay, I got some cumin seeds that I'm going to put in. Just a little of the cumin seeds because it's just... So you could put as much as the cumin seeds you want in there, but I suggest to put maybe a half of a teaspoon. Because you want to get that fragrance from the cumin, and you want that to come out into your dish. Because this is supposed to be a great, great dish. Then I'm going to add all those onions in there, and I want to cook these onions just the way and make them nice and translucent. And stirring that cumin right on in there with those seeds into that onion. Mm-hmm. Just some regular old cracked black pepper. Or just any kind of pepper if you have it. Your pepper. I prefer the crack. My husband loves crack, so I just sat here and did this all day long. As those are cooking, I'm going to add a little salt to this. Okay, these are nice and translucent, and they look very good, and they still look white. So now we're going to be adding 2 cans of chopped tomatoes. Okay. You can use any cans of chopped tomatoes that you want. Okay, I'm going to mix my onions and my tomatoes all together, making sure everything is nice and incorporated. Now I've got my chicken that's out of the refrigerator, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to put my chicken inside of here. And I'm doing this with a spatula thing because I want to make sure that chicken is evenly in there because I only have four chickens. So I want to mix this chicken up. Oops, I am making a terrible mess, guys. Okay, so I want to make sure that chicken is mixed up in here. And then that sauce has to finish getting in here. So I have some more sauce that I took out of there. And I'm going to, this is the sauce. I'm going to add the sauce in here. And if you think you add too much, put as much as you feel like that you should. Because sometimes you can make extra. You want to mix this up a little. You want to put those chickens down in here. In there. You want to go ahead and you're going to cook this. But you can cook this on the stove. But actually, I'm just going to go ahead because it's not that much in there. Actually, what we're going to do, because that is the base of our sauce, we're cooking all this together. Okay, so we're going to cook this chicken for 45 minutes. Mixed up and everything's going to come to a nice cook down. Okay, I'm going to take some aluminum foil, and I can cook in my pot here because this pot is a oven safe pot. But if you don't, you make sure you do this. You want to mix that up and you want to put it in a pan that is safe and oven safe. I'm going to stick some aluminum foil over it. I already have my oven preheated at 365 degrees. I'm going to take it off my burner, and it goes straight in the oven at 365 degrees. There we go. And I'm looking at 45 minutes. Okay, I've got a boiling pot of water coming up, and I'm going to be fixing some Basmati rice. You can fix any kind of rice you want. You can have American rice. You can have any kind of rice that's in your cabinet. I'm going to put a little oil in it, so I'm going to put about a teaspoon of oil. Okay, this is a cup of Basmati rice going in. Okay, this dish that we made is done. And there we have it, right out of the oven. All right, we're gonna open this up. Oh, look at the steam. Oh God, guys, look at this. It looks so delicious. This is our chicken. Oh, curry with the sauce. Oh my God, this is wonderful. Okay, after the rice was done, I strained it, left it hot. It is still steaming hot. And I add about a teaspoon of parsley flakes. And I stir it up to give it a zesty look to go with our dish. Okay, so I'm going to have a couple scoops of this rice. You know, when you have guests, you portion out your food, make it look good every time you serve them. And that is good. Now, I put this parsley inside the rice and messed it, made it look so festival and pretty to make it look, like it was, exotic. Okay, I've got to find a piece of chicken. And this is just the thighs. I've cooked it where, oh my God, it is breaking and falling apart. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to pour all of this over here and to give us a little bit more festive. Okay, then I'm going to sprinkle a little parsley on top of this chicken, going all the way around the plate. And there it is, my curry chicken, guys. I'm so glad you have came back here to the show to watch me make this wonderful dish, curry chicken. And I hope you come back for even more shows so we can make more things. Because guess what? I did not do this alone. You and me, we cooked this meal together. And we can do plenty more dishes. So please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Tell your friends and come back so they can see the dishes that I'm creating for you. Enjoy. See you next time. Bye.